Rock, up. Cece, up. Cece. Hi, baby. Hi. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Connor, and today I'm here with Nanook and Rock and Silla. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a review slash wrap up of our experience with PetPlate. We did a video last month talking about how we were partnering with PetPlate. Silla, what are you doing? I don't know what she's doing. To try out their dog food, and I gave you a bunch of information about PetPlate, about how it's healthy dog food for your pups, and they send you these little containers and you put them in the freezer and then move them to your fridge, give them to your dogs. If you want to know any of the more generic information about PetPlate, I will leave that video up in the card symbol and you can check it out. And I will leave it linked down below. This video is going to be the follow-up video where we talk about how it went. So basically we had the PetPlate dog food for about 2 weeks, and you can put like a week's worth of food in the fridge at a time, and then you slowly move food from the freezer to your fridge to let it defrost and everything like that before you give it to your dogs. You can give the food to your dogs either cold, which is what we did because it's a lot easier, or you can heat it up, and that releases a lot of the smells and everything like that, so it makes them extra excited for it, but these guys were already like crazy about it. If you want to check out Pet Treater for yourself, we have a coupon code. It is Connor, CONNOR 15, and that will get you 15% off your first box. There's also like a trial box, and so that will also give you a discount, so you can play around on their website, which I will leave linked down below, and you can figure out what all of the pricing would be for you. In this video, we're gonna go through our pros, go through I don't want to say cons because they weren't cons, but they were like difficulties, and then, you know, be done. First of all, these pups freaking love this dog food. It is so, I don't know what it is about it that they love so much. They would not leave a single morsel of food in their bowls. They would lick them absolutely clean, and that was consistent throughout the entire thing. A lot of the time when we try different dog foods, they love it for the first couple of days and then they get bored and don't keep eating it, or they start that whole pecking thing where they'll eat a little bit throughout the day, and that did not happen with this. They ate it so quickly every single time, consistently. Nook and I live in a different city than Rock and Silla do, so I have Nook at school with me, and one of my roommates has a dog, and that dog's name is Toby. He's been in one video for like half a second. Toby was so jealous of Nook's food, and Nook was like shoving Toby out of the way to get to the bowl. It was so funny. So I wish I had gotten a clip of that, but yeah, they absolutely love this dog food, and it stays consistent. Like, they don't ever lose love for this dog food, especially because we switched back and forth between two different types. So we got the oven roasted turkey and the farmhouse beef. They loved both, and I think it was nice to be able to switch back and forth. But if your dog is allergic to one, obviously you can get all turkey or all beef. Another thing for me was just how easy it was. All I had to do was open the container and scoop out some food into his bowl, how it's directed. Nook got his whole container because it was 12 ounces, but Silla and Rock, you would just scoop out half and then put it in the bowl and they would eat it. It was so quick, and that really helped out because in the morning I'm rushed for time. I'm running around trying to get dressed, get some last minute homework studying in before going to law school. So yeah, the ease of it was a huge pro for us, and the peace of mind that it's just a healthy dog food, so you're not getting a lot of those extra not so great ingredients when you give your dogs kibble. So it being so easy and really healthy was awesome. Just also, like with the containers, it was so easy because you knew exactly how much to give, so it was already divvied out for the 2 weeks, so I didn't have to have some huge bag and be like, oh, do I need to make this much food? No, it was just grab this tub, put it in a bowl, and be done. Another thing that we noticed that we weren't thinking that was gonna happen was that the pups had a lot more energy. Obviously they don't right now because they're sleeping. I don't know why, we haven't done anything. Do you want a treat? There you go. Do you want one? There you go, buddy. Cece, you want one? You want it? Here you go. But they just had so much more energy than they usually do. They're huskies, so they already are high energy dogs, but the energy that they had on this dog food was like a different vibe, if that makes sense. So they love playing outside all the time. And with this food, they played outside for a lot longer every day. They just did not run out of energy. And I take Nook on runs. He just was like bounding for way longer than he does when he's on kibble or on a different type of food. Like, he usually can last about a mile and then he gets so tired and we end up just kind of very slowly jogging back to the house. But when we were feeding him this food, he just went the whole time. Like, I was like, what is happening? Why do I look like I'm having such a hard time and you're a freaking Olympian? Right, pup? High five. You had lots of energy, buddy. The only thing was that Nook still freaks out over bats. There are bat houses near where we live, and he always rolls in the ground when we're running by the bat houses. That did not change. But he did it more energetically, didn't you? Didn't you? Yes. I love you, puppy. One of the main things that I was worried about was keeping the dog's weight on. I used to feed Nook kibble exclusively, and then we switched to a raw food diet, a dehydrated raw food, and the dogs started to lose weight on that. They weren't keeping a healthy weight for some reason. I have no idea why. They just weren't eating as much, or it was just burning off a lot faster. I don't know. But they started dropping weight, and with this, I was worried that the same type of thing would happen, but they did not. They stayed the exact same. Nook is still 59 pounds, and Rock is still, what, 49, I think is what you are. Look at his head. So that wasn't a problem, but it was something that I was worried about, but it was A+, really good. And again, with the different size tubs, they did a really good job of matching each pup with the right weight and the right amount of food, if that makes sense. Nook's 12 ounces was exactly what he needed, and Rock's 10 ounces and Silla's 8 ounces per day. No, Silla had 9 ounces per day, was exactly what the doctor ordered. So those are all the big pros that I could think of. There was one thing that is a little bit of a neutral. It's that the dogs, because they love the food so much, acted like they were hungry all the time. Well, Nook didn't, because he's the best. But apparently Rock was giving people a really hard time and kept asking for more food and more food and more food. He kept his weight on, so that was fine. But he loved the food so much that he acted like he was starving. And so it made us feel bad because he's whining all the time and he's like licking his bowl and making noise. He wanted to get chubby, didn't you? And we didn't let him. So it was one of those things that the food was like almost too good because he just wanted all of it all the time. But it was definitely enough. I don't want it to come across that it wasn't enough food. It definitely was, but he was just being difficult. And the only really con that I could think of was that the amount of tubs you get is enormous, and you have to keep them refrigerated or in the freezer. So it took up a ton of space in our fridge and freezer. We have a very big freezer and a very big fridge. Like, we have one whole fridge size appliance that is just freezer stuff, and then one for fridge. We were able to do it, but it was a lot of food to have to find places for and everything like that. Nookie, back up, buddy. If that's the price to pay for easy to distribute and healthy dog food, then that is totally fine. That was the only thing that I could think of that was not as easy as any other dog food has been. Okay, as promised, I am going to try the dog food. I saved one tub that I pulled out of the freezer this morning, so I'm gonna have to heat it up a little bit in the microwave. But this is the farmhouse beef. I didn't do my planning correctly. I wanted to try the turkey, but this is the last one left. Yeah, we'll be right back after I heat it up. All right, moment of truth. It does smell a lot more when you heat it up. I never heated up the food for these guys because they were loving it so much, but you can definitely smell the beef in this. Ugh, I don't want to try it. You can see the carrots and the peas in there as well. I'm gonna throw up. My mouth is watering. Oh wow, that's really not bad. Wow, I was freaking out for no reason. How does that smell? Wow, okay, yeah, so that was really actually decent. That was pretty good. I am not gonna complain about that. It says on the tubs that it's 100% human grade quality food, and it tastes like it because that was actually good. I really thought I was gonna throw up. I was really nervous. Here. You want some? You want some? CC. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you've tried PetPlate before. How did your dogs love it? Did they freak out about it like these guys did? Because they freaking loved it. It was a home run type of dog food. Anything else you want us to know, leave it down below and we will talk to you guys next time. Bye. Nookie, say bye. Look, say bye. Paws up. Good boy. Now my breath smells like beef.